Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Done. The tub is gone. I've built up the underlayment and put MDF down underneath where the tub goes to support the weight of the tub and reinforce the floor. Ran new pipe. Got the shower head mounted to the wall. Went with a single handle faucet instead of the two handle faucet. It's one less thing to break on it. Took a lot of work to get that pipe in there. I had to do a lot of cutting and fitting and got it all put together. No leaks. That was quite a pleasant surprise. It all went together with no leaks. And I've painted all the walls with mold-killing paint. Not because I have to worry about mold, but because I don't want to worry about mold. It's going to be a humid area, and the humidity will breed mold even if it isn't there to start with. So the mold-killing paint, it's Zinsser mold-killing paint. Mold blocking primer. The idea being that once I put the new tub in, it should be as safe against mold and its destructive habits as anything I can do. Now, we just have to get the tub, which is sitting out there in the living room, in here and set it in place and anchor it to the walls. Then hook up the drain and put in the tub surround. Now that 3-sentence paragraph there is a whole heck of a lot more work. But it's going to be much nicer when it's done. The tub's bigger. It's 6 inches deeper and 2 inches wider than the old tub. So it'll be a much more comfortable tub to be in. And the new shower head should eliminate some of the problems with the old shower. This is a temperature controlling shower head. Once I set the temperature mix, it tends to stay there unless something changes. You know, if you turn the water heater up or down, then the temperature changes in the water. All it can do is mix a certain amount of hot with cold. So if the hot is always at the same temperature and the cold is always at the same temperature, the output of the faucets is going to be the same temperature. So it's supposed to prevent scalding, which is always a good thing. Some people have a problem with that. You know, if you lose, if you run a sink in another room, you can take away all the hot water from the shower while you're in it and you'll get cold. Uncomfortable, but not bad. Other people have it where if you run the cold water in another room, you lose the cold water in the shower and all you get is hot. My brother actually got scalded that way once. So hopefully this takes care of that problem. Not that it's been an issue, but you know, prevention. Always think ahead, plan for what might fail, and try and avoid it. So, that's enough for today, and we're going off to a doctor's appointment, which seems to be something we do more and more as we get older. Sad to say that a friend of mine, David Chadwick, died. I got a message from his daughter, Dawn, and David and I have known each other for several years. We met through the channel, and he was a fun guy to talk to. We shared a lot of experiences, and I'm going to miss him. Tub has feet on it, and you put adhesive on the bottom of the feet to glue the tub down. Well, it says recommended. But I'm thinking, I got a better idea. This great stuff, big gap filler, actually has quite a bit of structural integrity. Once it's foamed up, it doesn't compress easy. And if you have a large enough area, it takes quite a bit of poundage to make the stuff compress. So I've drilled 8 holes underneath where the tub goes. And after I set the tub in, I'm going to come up through the floor with the 1/4-inch tube. It's actually like 3/16. I'm going to stuff it up through these 8 holes, and I'm going to fill the thing full of gap filler foam. And I've got 2 cans, so should have plenty. And that will provide a lot of support underneath that tub. Not that it needs it. The feet and the plywood bottom actually do all the support structure, but I'm just going to put that in there as an added helper. Now, why do I think this is going to work? Well, there was a guy who used to live next to my mother-in-law. His first name was Ted, and Ted had a company come in and insulate his house with polyurethane expanding foam. Very similar to great stuff. I think it's probably the same stuff. Anyways, his house had paneling, and when they injected the foam into the paneled walls, it actually pushed the paneling loose from the walls. So if this has got that much force behind it, I'm going to make sure that I have the tub bolted in before I put the great stuff foam underneath it. And then that's going to go in there and fill up the gap between the bottom of the tub and the subfloor here. Should make it just about perfect. And now I've got to cut out this little hole a little bit bigger. I've got to go clear back to that other notch. I had to get a different saw blade because that one that I was using was a little dull. And now we're going to give that a shot. But no camera work on that because I only got 2 hands.
Okay.
Problem with battery operated tools, when the battery goes dead, it stops cutting. So we can shut the camera off. Took a full day of whittling and fitting, but we got the tub in there. The hard part was getting it past this step here, because that made it so that the tub was longer than the opening. But I took the Sawzall and cut away enough of the studs so that we could raise up the tub, slide it through the gap, and then tuck it in behind the plaster and set it in place. It's a tough fight, Ma, but we won. Couldn't have done it without Lydia's help. This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC.
Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.